Well, hello everyone. It's your girl Joy, your passionate gold miner, and welcome to another episode of Living. How are you doing today? In a few moments, I will be talking to my daughter, and we're going to have a nice conversation. We're going to be talking about what a year, finding joy in the journey. So are you adjusting to the realities of the new normal? It's been a long road with lots of bends and curves, to say the least. But we are still here. How do we find joy in the journey? Oprah Winfrey once said that she was spending so much time trying to get up the mountain that she forgot to appreciate that she even have a mountain. Every day we wake up, if we are still here on this green earth, we want to be thankful. All right, so I hope you enjoy my conversation with LaToy. Well, hello there, daughter.
Hi,
How are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I am good. So good to see you. So thank you for taking time out and talking to me today. We started our living episodes in January. Can you believe it's now December?
Oh, wow.
Yeah,
Yeah, time flies.
I remember you and I actually sitting down and talking last December. And you came over, we were outside, we had our vision boards, and we were talking about this year, 2020 vision.
Yeah.
But we didn't
And yep,
see this coming.
no, not at all.
Not at all.
The
No,
2020 vision is almost like blindsided by
yeah, yeah,
20.
yeah.
We're blindsided. How weird. We're blindsided by 2020.
But I know.
Yeah.
That's really good. So let's start with the little scavenger hunt. What you think?
Okay. For sure.
I know everybody is kind of apprehensive when I start my little games.
Yeah.
Um, okay, so can you show me something that starts with the letter K? You have 60 seconds. Go!
Okay. Let's see. All right. Got something.
Uh-oh, what'd you get? Oh!
Kleenex.
Yes! All right. You know what? Yeah, that was good. I thought you was going to get keys.
Oh yeah, cheese.
All right.
That's
Okay. What about something you make coffee with?
coffee. Oh, happen to have a coffee.
Uh-uh. Oh my God. Wait a minute. Do you have a coffee machine in your room? Is that a coffee? Okay, coffee cup is what you drink
Do we
out
have a
of.
coffee
You have a coffee maker?
and a K cup?
Oh,
You can't see.
I love it.
There we go.
Oh, okay.
All right.
There you go. All right. Do you have
Yeah.
one for me?
Um, something that starts with the letter B.
Okay. Letter B. Oh, you know what? I got the perfect thing. Hold on. Here we go.
Bell.
You know what? This is perfect.
That's a good one.
Yeah, that's a good one. You know, and this is in honor of you, my daughter. We're going to salute With everything that's going on, this has been a year of disruption, change, and just a lot of unknowns. But you know what? One thing that goes unnoticed is all the mothers who are taking care of their children. So this is an honor,
Yay.
all the mothers. We know fathers are doing it too. Fathers are doing a good job,
For
but
sure.
it's
For sure.
for all of
Yes,
you.
mothers and fathers.
Yes, all the mothers and fathers.
Yeah.
Today I am saluting the mothers. All the
Thank you. Thank you. I'll
unshakable
take it.
women out there. I did that poem, Unshakable Woman. That's who you are, Unshakable Woman. What has brought you this far? Do you know the answers to the questions I ask, or do you have to stop and think and figure out your task? It is time for you to get out of your comfort zone. I say to you today, all the unshakable women, you are immovable, steadfast and firm. You are no longer sitting on the sidelines, because guess what? It is now your turn, and we honor you. Woo!
Thank you. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes, yes.
And all the mothers out there. Yes.
Yes,
Mothers
yes.
slash teachers
Oh
right
my
now.
goodness. Yes. So with that, how are you dealing with all the changes this year? How did it affect you and your family?
I would just say it's kind of like a roller coaster a little bit. And the beginning, it was great as far as the downtime. Of course, not the COVID, not the reason why we had the downtime, but the downtime of everything being stopped was okay at first. One, because we didn't know how long it was going to last. I thought maybe a couple of weeks or whatever. So we didn't foresee it lasting as long. So, I was like, okay, this is different, but it was okay at first. After a few months, realizing that it was going to be longer, that's when it settled in, like, oh, this is going to be like a new normal for a while. And that's the part that kind of went down when I say like a roller coaster. And then we went back up as far as we start getting outside and we start trying to look at, it was the summer, and some of the cases have went down or they steadied out. So we were able to kind of do a little bit more, and we took advantage of family time and those kind of things, getting outside. And now I notice it's getting back hard again. Maybe it's the holidays, not being to be around the normal people. And so right now at the end, it's starting to go back to the point of like a little bit of the hard part of it is starting. So, so we've been hanging in there all along, still hanging in there, but it's just been like and my kids haven't been able to see their friends and stuff like that.
Oh,
So
yeah.
that's been hard.
Yeah, that is hard. Yeah, we've all had to make some adjustments. And I know you have a new appreciation for teachers.
For sure. Yes. All that part too. After all of that, that was, of course, one of the biggest things is when they first stopped, it was just for a short time. Then we had summer, but now school has started back up in August. And that was really different than what we're used to.
Yeah. Teachers deserve a raise and then some, okay?
Yeah, for sure. For
Yeah.
sure.
So why do you think that some people were able to accomplish their goals? They were able to pivot and start doing things differently, and then other people really struggled.
Um, I think from what I've noticed, and then just talking to people that I personally know, I could just go off maybe some people that I, personally know. Some things that they wanted to accomplish, they did, and I think others they didn't. So it really just depends on maybe what your goals were at the time when the quarantine hit. The time that we have helped me accomplish some of the goals of getting things done around the house.
Mm.
So that was great. I got some things done in my backyard. I got some things cleaned out around the house. So that was a goal. And with the time we had, I was able to do it. So I think talking to like friends and stuff of mine, they had some goals that they struggled with, and some of them they have more time to do. So I think it was a little bit of both.
A little bit of both, yeah. One of the things I was saying is that we're all different. Some of us are introverts and some are extroverts. And, the extroverts, they really like to be around people. We like to touch, we like to hug, and we like to kiss. And that's just how we're wired. And so a lot of us struggled
Yes.
when it first started because we were used to, getting out and being sociable, while others may not need so much of a social life. And so at first it just took a while to adapt to the change. And then some people, no matter what, they were like, you know what, I am going to pivot. And people started getting on Zoom and going to their meetings and still having their events. And it didn't take long. You notice all the stores were selling out of all the bikes.
Yeah.
People,
Yes.
yeah,
Yes.
people.
Yeah.
Mhm. Yeah.
I have 5 of them.
Oh my goodness.
I'm part of that.
Oh,
People were buying up toilet paper. I was buying up bikes. So
oh,
yes.
okay. Well, I did buy a stationary bike. I already had a
Yes.
bike.
Okay.
Yeah, I had a regular bike, but because I wasn't going out as much, I did buy a stationary bike. And then, some people were buying puzzles. We were just
Yeah.
trying to
Yes.
figure it out. Yeah.
Yes. I
Yep.
bought some board games. I bought some more cards, some dominoes. I kind of had that same feel of buying some indoor stuff to do and activities like that, kind of family oriented or something that you can spend, time doing indoors, when, that just around your own family.
Yeah, yeah. I learned a lot about myself during this time. The first wave, like those first 3 months or so when we couldn't go anywhere, I did just sit still, because I needed to hear from God, and so I was pretty quiet during those times. And then the second wave is when I kind of started back doing things, and I started getting on Zoom and started moving forward, socializing, and I wasn't going anywhere, but I just kind of started come doing things again, being.
Yeah. Took a moment to kind of, I did the same thing. Everything just kind of shut down and I just kind of shut down too
Yeah,
for a minute.
yeah,
Yeah. Yeah. Just, just kind of figure out. And then once I seen how it was going, and then I was like, okay, I got to proceed.
yeah,
I got
yeah.
to figure out how to proceed some type of way.
It was interesting though with some of the people I talked to. Some of the ladies did the opposite. They kept going. They kept going and still
Hmm.
doing things. So that during that first wave, and then the second wave is when they kind of settled down. And so it's been really interesting to see how others were dealing with the
Yeah.
pandemic. And so I can't wait to talk
Yeah.
to everyone and hear everyone's stories, of how everybody was dealing with what was going on.
Yeah. Yeah. A lot of different situations and a lot of different things I didn't think about of um, different age groups and how they all dealt with it. Some
Yeah.
age groups I thought, oh, they should be fine. And then I found out just to talking to people that, oh man, I can see how that could be hard for that age group. We think, oh, well, maybe even like an older age group, well, they're home, they're retired, they should be fine. This is just their normal anyway. But no, they get out, they do things too. They have friends that they want to see and things that they want to do. And so it affected them in different ways too, and so just that perspective of everybody having different situations and dealing with it differently.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah, it was really different. Even for like my mother-in-law, talking to her, she didn't quite understand what was going on, but every time we would call her, she would say, "Oh, we can't come out of our rooms," or "They're
All
bringing our
right.
food to us." And so you're right, not even thinking
Right.
about how it affected them because they were used to, they had their own little community
Yes.
and, a little bubble, if you will, but they still couldn't go out. They would used to do puzzles. They had a community area, but
And they
then
would be together and
yeah,
eat together and
yeah,
socialize and
mhm,
oh, and then now they have to stay in their rooms and wonder what's going on, and
yes, yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
that's a perfect example. That's exactly what I meant by different age groups just thinking that, well, this is what they're probably used to, just being shut down. They don't do much anyway, so they should be, but still, it's still what they could do was taken away even more. So
Right. Everybody had to adjust. I mean, just thinking about, I was thinking about some of my friends who had daughters who were expecting. Everything was so different. I can even imagine like when you were having your children, we couldn't be up there.
I I was telling my niece is expecting in February, and I was telling her how many people that I had in the delivery room. It was a party, We had pizza. I had my uncle. I mean, my brother. We had a party. So I just couldn't imagine every time.
Every time you had a kid, it was
Oh,
a party at the hospital. Wait a
speaking of, look, like clockwork. Speaking of, someone just came busting in.
Hi.
Now, how, like almost like it was on cue.
I know.
Wow, it's like that. Say hi, Nana. Micah, look.
Hi, Nana.
Hi, how are you?
Now they can Tumbo.
We here.
Their ears are burning. That was too creepy. That was too
Yeah,
on cue.
that was so
Wow.
cute. I wanted to tell you I love what you have written on the chalkboard because that's our subject today, finding
Right.
joy in the journey. And I love my grandchildren.
Hopefully, I love them too, and hopefully they've
It's
found someone
okay.
else.
You know what? But that's hey, that's the reality. That's
Yeah,
it.
yeah. We're all home
Yeah,
all the time.
yeah.
Paparazzi Accessories is beautiful costume jewelry at an affordable price. All pieces are nickel and lead free, and most pieces are only $5. We also offer a great collection for men that they will surely love. I provide a personal one-on-one service in person and virtually to assist you in selecting those lovely pieces for that special event. Feel free to check out my website at sherryjewels.com or contact me on Facebook at sherryjewels.com.
So, daughter, so in your opinion, how do we move forward in 2021?
Uh, Personally, I would say just reflect and take everything that you experienced, whether it was challenging or exciting. There's been everything hasn't been, all bad for everybody. Some people have had some wins, and then of course, we've had some challenges. So take everything, reflect on everything from 2020, and take it into 2021 with a new perspective, maybe a new appreciation, and maybe a new outlook on whatever you went through, whatever you experienced in 2020. With the vaccine coming, and they're already starting to distribute that, we should be able to move forward. We've been doing our distancing. Now we'll be able to move forward, start issuing the vaccine, and hopefully start getting back to some kind of normalcy here, maybe even by early spring.
Yeah, hopefully. I pray for that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. We don't know, everything that's going to
Yeah,
happen in 2021, but I do believe that it is important that we know our purpose. God made us on purpose for a purpose. And so moving forward, I say try to find something you're passionate about and do it. This has been like you said, a good time of reflection. One thing I say
mm-hmm.
is start with your vision and then write it. Write down your goals, rewrite your goals. Yeah, and then you know, look at them, review them, rewrite them as
Yeah,
needed. And as a nation moving forward in 2021, I say it's time to heal and it's time to start working together, find a common ground, don't you think? Um, we
for
need to,
sure. Yeah,
yeah, yeah. I say be more patient,
yeah,
be more loving, be more
yeah,
kind.
for sure. And we can't forget to talk about the social injustice part of 2020 and moving forward. I hope that we get some reform or some type of
Mm,
something in place to carry that on to 2020, because we don't want to forget that. We want to move that in a good way on to, like, we want to take everything that happened, not forget that as that was just 2020. We want to and make some positive changes with everything that happened as far as the social injustice that we experienced and everything that we went through with that. So that was another huge part of 2020, along with COVID, that hopefully we can move forward as a nation. And like you said, you had the point, come together in a way that we can have equality, true equality.
yeah. And it has to start with some conversations. We have to find that common ground. Um, we just have to talk. We have to talk. You have to be willing to talk. Everybody won't change, but we have to keep doing good and keep praying and keep working together and doing the best that we can do.
Um, keep educating ourselves. One thing I started doing this year more than I ever did was starting to educate myself. My husband has always educated himself in that department as far as this country and the different racial and social injustices that go on. And so this year, I really started to dive into that, and it's great because it gives you the perspective that you need to, in order to have change. You got to know the history in order to know the future and to help the future.
Yes.
So that's one thing. Educate yourself and seek education within those conversations, just to understand people and where they're coming from and why they might feel a type of way.
Yeah. Yeah. Everybody has their own point of view, and good leadership will be the start of that. To have those conversations, you got to have good leadership. It takes a village. Within your own family, you have to have good leadership. In your own community, yeah. And so that's a really good point.
And then, of course, as a nation,
And then as a nation,
yeah. And then now, and as a nation going forward, good. Mm-hmm.
good
Yeah.
leadership.
So everybody goes, really? You feel? I feel. Yeah. I mean, I feel good about 2020. Of course, we don't. I mean, 2021. Of course, we don't know what exactly to expect. Life just is what it is, and sometimes you get handed things and that you have to work through and deal with and handle. But I feel good about 2021 going forward, with where we are, where we're heading. I hope that in every way, the vaccine, the racial climate, I hope all of that just, everything, as the things that people have discovered of their passions, all of that can be moved on to 2021 in just a great way. So I hope that all that stays on everybody's minds and everybody's hearts, and we, continue to fight the, fight all of those things, and just come together.
Come together. Woo! That's really good. And that's perfect for this topic, finding joy in the journey. And I love what you just said about that. So, what is one thing that you learned this year?
Oh man, I'm always, I'm always trying to work on this. This is one of my big things that I would like to just, have. And people tell me that I have it, but it's funny. I'm always still trying to work on it. But the patience,
Mm,
just patience in general, learning patience, and learning to just really be as present as I can
yes.
as all times. That I'm always trying to work on it, and this is something that we'll never fully achieve. You're human, so you just can't. You're human, so you're going to lose your patience at times, and then you're going to not be present at times. But what I have learned is the more that I work on it, the more that I am present, and the more that I am patient. And that's all you can ask for, is just the fact that I know that it's there. The fact that I'm aware of it
Mhm.
makes me just more present. And so that's the main thing, is I've had so much time to be present. So I'm not running around. I'm not running a gun. I have so much more time to be present. And those moments, they just ran in here. The actual moment to stop, connect, acknowledge, and then send them back. Like,
Yeah.
that's what it's really all about. That's what it really, really is all about. And that's all I want every day, is to be as present as I can.
That's a
That's the main thing.
I love how you
Yeah.
we did not know that the children was going to come in the room a few minutes ago, and the way you handled that was awesome. Okay, so you get another bell.
Yeah. No, but you know what? That's just part of it. That's that's the whole beauty of it. Like, okay, like, you're at home, people are working from home, and you're gonna have a meeting where, if your kids are at home, and so that is just part of it. That's just part of the life. So they may come in, they may interrupt, you might say, hold on, and then you may have to rub out, I'm not working from home. I get to go on a couple days a week, but I know the people who experience these type of things, and the kids don't know any better, so all they're doing is coming to see what their mom is. And people are having actual meetings at home and trying to conduct business, and their kids are there. And that's exactly what I'm talking about as far as being president. And if you notice, there's nothing to apologize for that.
No.
We feel so, oh, I'm so sorry, hold on, I got this, you have this big meeting, you got this big thing, you're trying your job interview. And I learned, you're like, no, you don't have to be sorry for your for that. That's just part of it. Hold on, I'll be right back. And you come back. Everybody's in this position.
That's right.
So that's about part of that present. That's part of that present, going, hold on, and then embracing the kids, not in a way where they did anything wrong. It's just say, hold on, come on, and you get them, and you take, and you whatever, and everybody's in this position. So
Actually, it made me feel good to see that your children, want to be around you, and so it was a natural moment. I used to be on interview panels, as a supervisor, and so I'm sure it's happening a lot now, with them doing interviews on Zoom and everything. But that used to really happen because sometimes we would do them on phone, or sometimes people would come and knock on the door, but one of the things that I like is that I would hire the person that could handle the interruption. I had, as a supervisor, I would have to put out a lot of fires, and people would come in right in the middle of the interview and maybe want me to sign some paper or whatever. And so the person that would get
Yeah.
really frustrated or whatever during that time because we were interrupted, I wouldn't hire them. But the
Hmm.
person that could
Yeah.
sit and observe and be like, oh, okay, this is real life. This is what happens. And,
Hmm.
you apologize and you get back to
Yeah.
the interview. And the person that could answer my question, and where we left off and could just roll with the punches was the one that was
Yeah.
generally was a good fit for the job. Yeah. So you're hired.
Yeah.
I'm hiring
Yeah.
you. You got the job.
Exactly. Yeah. How funny. That was,
Um,
yeah, that's
yeah,
funny because I could very well be on an interview right now and that would have happened.
I know. That's how you handle it. So,
I had to roll with it.
how do you become clear about how to use your purpose, your goals, and objectives to have your work be more effective with a higher level of results? And we almost just answered that question.
Almost on, yeah. With the higher level results, yeah, I'll say it back to with my husband and with my kids and even friends, family in general. The results that I want is just a deeper connection and a deeper understanding. I feel like everybody just wants to be understood and seen and heard for the most part, just like even your kids. And
Mhm.
that's what they want. But then everybody in your life, your husband, all of that. So my goals, all of that is wrapped up into me just over 2020. My goal is just to be here and to keep being here.
So one of the things that I say is we have to put 2020 behind us, and we need to focus on the future. Another thing is stop procrastinating. I read a story once, and I'm not sure who wrote it. And in the story, the lady was always saying that she was going to do this, she's going to do that, one of those fixing to do people, but she never did it. There was always something that she let keep her from her goals. And unfortunately, she died never accomplishing her goals. And after I read the story, I thought, how many people are stuck or maybe don't know how to move forward? And one of the things that helped me become clear about my purpose, about my goals and objectives, and formulating my work to be more effective with a higher level of results was I put a program together to help women, dream bigger, set goals, and take action. Once you are open to change and you establish clear priorities and establish accountability around your priorities and your timelines, you can achieve your dreams. So, daughter, moving forward, how do you be better at motivating yourself and form an even deeper level of commitment?
Um, just starting off small and just doing a little something each day, chipping away at it. Waking up every morning. I wake up every morning with the a motivation to do things. That's starting right. That's a good start right there. The fact that I wake up motivated, whatever happens during the day, but I wake up with the attitude of being motivated. And so just a little bit here and there, chipping away at it. And small steps lead to, I think, bigger progress. So whatever it is, just doing something every day towards it is, and when I say it, whatever it is, just doing something a little bit towards it. And not beating yourself up too much about it. Because I've found out that accountability and beating yourself up is not really the same thing.
Right.
Being accountable for yourself, we all have to be accountable in different ways, and that's what makes us better, is being accountable for our actions or for ourselves. But beating yourself up and having the shame and just having the and feeling bad about the things that you don't do or don't accomplish, if that lasts too long, that doesn't help you get further. So taking it, looking at it, assessing it, reflecting on it, and then if it didn't get done that day or you didn't start that day, just waking up the next day to try to do it again, and just keeping that same mentality of, okay, how do I go about this a different way, or can I, but think about it, reflect on it, and hold yourself accountable as best you can, but just try not to beat yourself up too much about it, because that doesn't help you achieve, in my opinion.
One of the things you said, getting up out the bed every day.
Yeah, with those intentions to just be better. If the day before you had some things that you thought about, you go, I didn't feel like I did that so well, or I didn't like that I made that comment, or I didn't feel too good. It didn't feel too good to me that I said those things, or I did that, or whatever. The next morning, I reflect at night, and the next morning I get up with the intentions to just be to be better. And however that falls is how it falls, but at least I'm waking up with that attitude of just to be better, or whatever that means. Yeah, whatever that means to you.
Yes, make the next day even better. Don't ponder too long. Reflect, write it down in your journal, and then come up with some ways that you can do better moving forward.
Yeah.
And that leads us to our next question. What are you looking forward to accomplishing in 2021?
Let's see. Accomplishing, I will say I'm looking forward to, I guess just say what I'm looking forward to. I'm looking forward to the schools being back in, and then me being able to help out. I always like physically being at the school, just to kind of help out with all the kids, not just my own kids, but I help out in the classroom. And so I'm looking forward to being involved in that way, in some type of way, up there for all the different activities, events, field trips, those kind of things. I it's funny, I missed that normal of that. So I'm looking forward to that for 2021. And for myself personally, just to continue to educate. That's the main thing, for educate myself in all different ways. That's one thing I want to accomplish. I want to listen to, read, talk to all different forms of education, and just continue that. That's been fun, and it's been enlightening. And some of the things have been, hard to learn. I won't lie. Some of the things have been hard to learn because it's just a reality, but it's been good because you need to learn to move forward in order to be, in order to be better and have better results. So I'm looking forward to that this year. For myself personally, it's continue to educate myself in different ways, whether it be audible books, more podcasts, actually reading a book, different things like that. I'm looking forward to that as well.
That is awesome. Yeah, I mentioned this on the last episode 13, that I intend to be purposeful by not abusing my time and my energy. And also, I think I've done a good job at this, but I'm going to continue to let go of negative and toxic people. And one of the things that I want to do is make a difference in someone's life. I do miss, like you said, being able to help out. I was helping out at Miles preschool, and I do miss that, the field trips, and also donating the school supplies.
Mhm.
We're doing it, but I can't wait till we can really get back and be able to be in front of the teachers
Right.
again and the actual students and give out the school supplies versus
Yeah.
just sending them. Yeah.
Right. Right.
I
Yeah.
really like to see their faces and when they get the school supplies.
Yeah. We don't know now. We get to see what when something's not there, how much value it has. There's
Yes.
nothing more valuable than being connected in that way.
That's it.
Handing it the backpack, seeing the smile, seeing it. That it's just there's nothing that can replace it. But we're doing the best we can with what we got. We're still staying connected in these ways, but there is still we as humans are born to connect and be connected.
Yep, to be in relationship with each other. Once you start to achieve a higher level of results, it becomes a habit. And you'll gain more confidence and become successful at setting and accomplishing your goals. So, thank you so much for talking to me today.
Mhm.
I really appreciate it. And can't wait to come over and
Thank
see
you for
you
having me.
for Christmas. We're getting together for Christmas, right?
Mhm. For sure.
Oh, okay. Okay, good. Good, good. I made the list. I made the list.
Yeah. Okay, bye.
Well, this concludes episode 14 of Living. One thing that this year has taught me is not about wanting more, but just being present, being in the moment, knowing where I am. And it's not about, a better job, because the truth is there is always going to be something more that you want. You're going to want a better job. You're going to want more money. But for me, it's just about being present, being in the moment, being thankful that I am still here. So the question becomes, how do we balance being content and grateful with where we are? Take a moment and think about that. So it is important for us to pause and look around and just take in how far we've come. Are you enjoying the journey? Find something every day to be grateful for. Thank you so much to everyone who have subscribed to our channel. We really appreciate you. Until next time, have a blessed day. Enjoy your week. Bye-bye. So, how many of you said that this was supposed to be an amazing year? And it began with an optimistic, yes. You had an optimistic to-do list and you had lots of achievable goals, and you were going to get so much accomplished and make so many memories. And everything was going great, right, ladies? And then the year took a different turn. Well, it is time to get focused on your rebuilding season. So I am inviting you all to our third annual vision board party, which will be held on Saturday, January 9th, 2021. And you can join us for the new year while setting goals, bonding, and crafting a vision board for a rebuilding year in 2021. And so I saw a post that said, I thought 2020 would be the year that I get everything I want.
now I know 2020 is the year I appreciate everything I have. Anybody else? Yes. So we appreciate everything we have, and we are going after everything that God has for us in 2021. Amen.